Hello, this is Jen from Bumble Monkey, and I'm going to try and show you a nice up-close view on how to work the foundation single crochet stitch. I like it because instead of chaining and then single crocheting into every chain that you have made, you create the chains and the single crochets at the same time, and it creates a very nice, stretchy, neat edge. And so you take your yarn, your hook, you create your slip knot, put your hook through, tighten it up. Now you're going to chain 2, making sure that you work this stitch as loosely as possible so it doesn't curve like mine always does. Now you want to put your hook into the very first chain that you made right here. So you skip this chain, you put your hook into the very first one here. You have 2 loops on your hook. Going to yarn over, pull your hook just through that first loop. Again, yarn over, pull through just the first loop on the hook, yarn over and pull through both loops. And be a little difficult to see at this stage, but there will eventually look like a whole bunch of chains on the bottom edge here. This is your top edge, and then this is a single crochet, but I'll show you that in a little bit. To work the next stitch here, see, it almost looks like a cross right here, but you have 1 loop here and 1 loop there. You want to put your hook into those 2 loops. See, the 2 loops there. So now you have the 2 loops from the previous stitch and the original loop on your hook. Yarn over, pull through the first 2 loops there. Yarn over, pull through just that 1 loop. Yarn over, pull through both loops. I'm going to turn it on its side again, and this time we want to work into these 2 right here. So last time we worked into these 2 here. This time we're going to work right there. Put our hook, as you can see here, into those 2 loops. I'm going through this really slowly so you can see the actual placement of the loops. I'm going to yarn over, pull through both, yarn over, pull through the 1 loop, yarn over, pull through both loops on your hook. This time you're going to see the chains are a lot more visible than in the first 2 stitches. So you have 1 loop here, 1 loop here, and 1 loop here. So we're going to put our hook into those 2 loops there from the previous stitch. Yarn over, pull through the loops from the previous stitch. Yarn over, pull through 1 loop. Yarn over, pull through 2 loops. And then you just keep working along until you have the right length, the right number of stitches. Just going to do 1 more here. Okay, so as you can see, mine always curves. Not everyone's does, but after a couple of rows it will actually straighten out. And this is why I tell you to work it as loosely as possible. So when you look at it, it looks like you have all of your single crochets here. You have your top stitches up here. When you work your next row, you want to turn it and work just right up there. When you flip it over, you can see it looks like you started off with chaining before you did the single crochets. Sometimes the designer of the pattern will tell you that the first chain counts as a stitch. If that is the case, you want to count that as a stitch. If they say the chain 1 does not count, you ignore that first chain and you work into the very first stitch here. I hope this video has been clear. Please let me know if it is not, and I'll try to be a little more exact in my description. Thank you, and I hope you have a good day.